Tiny, cheap, but absolutely genius. Today I'll show you 12 travel gadgets so small they fit in your pocket. No bulky packing, no wasted space, just smart tools that actually make your trip easier. Our first gadget is the Nanobag, and honestly, this thing still blows my mind every time I use it. It weighs less than an ounce, folds down smaller than your phone, and still carries a full load of groceries or souvenirs. That means no more stuffing random bags into your backpack or paying for overpriced plastic at the airport. I clip mine to my sling bag, and the crazy part is, half the time I forget it's even there, until I suddenly need it. Then it unfolds into a full-sized, durable bag that saved me so many times on trips. Tiny? Yes. But this is the kind of small upgrade that makes you feel instantly more organized and prepared. And hey, stick around because you know me, at the end I've got 4 bonus gadgets for you that are just as small and just as clever. Our next tiny essential are Fomin soap sheets. And yeah, I know I've recommended these in like 4 videos in a row now. So don't worry, this is the last time for a while, I promise. But honestly, for under $10, they're unbeatable. Each tiny sheet turns into rich, foamy soap with just a splash of water. No bulky bottles, no leaks in your bag, and you can carry them anywhere, even in your wallet. And here's the funny part. They look like little pieces of paper, so people usually laugh at me. Right until we're stuck in a public restroom with no soap and suddenly everyone wants one. Cheap, tiny, and 100% practical. It's one of those pocket upgrades you'll be thankful for at least once on every single trip. Our next tiny essential is the Anker Mag Go power bank, and this one honestly feels like magic. It snaps right onto the back of your phone with MagSafe, no cables, no mess. What I love is that it's not just compact, it's reliable. The cheap no-name ones usually heat up, fall off, or just stop working after a few weeks. With this, you charge on the go and still slip it into your pocket like nothing's there. And let's be real, nothing kills your trip faster than a dead phone in the middle of an airport or a new city. This little thing is basically peace of mind in your pocket, and once you try it, you'll never want to travel without it again. Our next tiny essential is the AirFly adapter, and this one solves a pain point every traveler knows. You sit down on a long flight, pull out your noise-cancelling earbuds, and then realize the airplane only works with that old-school headphone jack. Suddenly, you're stuck with those free airline headphones that sound like they were made in the 90s. The AirFly fixes that instantly. You just plug it into the seat's audio jack, pair your AirPods or any Bluetooth headphones, and that's it. Wireless, comfortable, and with the sound quality you actually paid for. It's small, lasts the whole flight on one charge, and honestly makes flying feels so much more modern. If you've ever suffered through airline headphones, this is the upgrade that changes the game. Our fifth gadget is a foldable day pack, and I know from you guys that most of the community prefers day packs over sling bags or bigger backpacks. So today I want to show you another option. My longtime favorite has been the Osprey Ultralight Stuff Pack. For under $45, it's lightweight, durable, and honestly still one of the best packs you can buy at this price. But a lot of you kept recommending the Tortuga foldable day pack, and after trying it, I get why. It's a bit bigger, built with premium materials, and at around $80 it definitely feels like a step up. Whether you're exploring a city, running errands, or just need extra space on a trip, having a foldable day pack is one of those upgrades that instantly makes travel smoother. Small in your luggage, big in use, and absolutely worth the space. Our sixth gadget is one of the simplest, but honestly one of the smartest. The Anker 3-in-1 charging cable. Now, if you've ever traveled with friends or family, you know this pain. Everyone has a different device, everyone needs to charge at the same time, and suddenly you're carrying around 3 or 4 separate cables. Lightning for your iPhone, USB-C for your headphones or laptop, micro USB for that one old gadget you somehow still need. It's a mess. That's where this cable comes in. 1 cable, 3 heads, all built in. It's tiny. Barely takes up more space than a pen in your tech pouch, but it instantly replaces a whole handful of cables. And when you're tired, sitting at an airport gate at midnight, the last thing you want is to dig around asking, does anyone have the right charger for this? I've tested a few versions, but Anker's is by far the one that lasts. The heads don't get loose, the cord is durable, and it actually charges at proper speeds. It's cheap, compact, and the kind of gadget you forget about until the one moment you desperately need it. Tiny in size, huge in function, and honestly, one of those little upgrades that just makes every trip smoother. Our 7th gadget is a collapsible water bottle, and this one is honestly underrated. A normal bottle always takes up space, even when it's empty. This one folds down flat, slides into your bag, and you only notice it when you actually need it. On day trips, airports, or even just walking through a city, it saves so much space. Now, I used to recommend the hideaway bottle, but I've been hearing from you guys that the quality really dropped. That's why my go-to is just the $6 Amazon version. It doesn't leak, it's super light, and honestly, if it breaks or gets scratched, you won't even care. It's the perfect example of how tiny gear can actually make travel smarter, and in this case, cheaper too. Our next gadget is the Sea to Summit Portable Cutlery Kit, or as I like to call it, the ultimate tiny upgrade you didn't know you needed. Here's the thing, I can't tell you how many times I've been in airports, trains, or even Airbnb kitchens and realized, nope, no fork, no spoon, no nothing. You either eat with your hands or pray that flimsy plastic one doesn't snap in the middle of your meal. That's where a simple spork kit comes in. It's lightweight, folds down super small, and actually lasts for years. The Sea to Summit version is stainless, easy to clean, and honestly feels premium for just a few bucks. It's not flashy, but once you've got it clipped in your bag, you'll be surprised how often you'll reach for it. Whether it's street food, a campsite meal, or just that random cup of noodles in your hotel room. Our next gadget are nail clippers. Yeah, I know, this one probably deserves a spot in last week's boring essentials video, but hear me out. There's nothing worse than being on a 2-week trip, your nails getting way too long, and suddenly you're fighting with zippers or scratching yourself by accident. A tiny nail clipper takes up no space, costs just a couple of bucks, and honestly saves you from those small but super annoying moments on the road. I keep mine in my toiletry kit, and it's one of those things you don't think about until you really need it. And when you do, you'll be glad you didn't leave it at home. So our next gadget are loop earplugs. Now, I know what you're thinking. Earplugs are boring, right? But trust me, these are on a completely different level. Instead of those cheap foam ones you grab at the airport, loop earplugs are reusable, super comfortable, and actually reduce noise without blocking it out completely. That means you can still hear announcements at the airport or talk to the person next to you, but the crying baby 2 rows behind you, way less of a problem. For me, they're a lifesaver on overnight flights, in hostels, or even just when I want to focus at a cafe. They're tiny, stylish, and they fit into your pocket, which makes them one of those tiny but genius upgrades I honestly never travel without anymore. Our next gadget is cable organizer straps, and honestly, this might be the tiniest lifesaver on the list. We all know the nightmare. Cables tangled at the bottom of your bag, knots you can't undo, and chargers that wear out faster just from being bent the wrong way. With these little Velcro straps, everything finally has its place. You roll your cable, strap it down, and suddenly your whole tech pouch looks 10 times cleaner. The best part? A full pack costs under $10, and even if you don't own a proper tech pouch yet, these straps alone are a real essential. They work for everything: charging cables, headphones, even holding small items together in your backpack. And make sure to stay tuned, because right after the last gadget, I've got 4 bonus gadgets for you that are just as tiny and smart. Last but not least, our final tiny gadget is a digital luggage scale, and this one honestly feels like comedy until the moment you actually need it. We've all been there, standing at the airport check-in, hoping your suitcase isn't 1 or 2 kilos over the limit. The stress, the last minute unpacking in front of strangers, not fun at all. That's why my favorite pick is the free 2 digital scale. It's super compact, costs only about $10, and has never let me down. You just hook it to your bag at home, lift it up, and instantly know your weight limit. This little tool might not look exciting, but it protects you from one of the biggest travel headaches: overweight luggage fees. It keeps you stress-free, knowing exactly how much your bag weighs before you even leave the house. And now, as promised, let's move on to the 4 bonus picks I owe you. But before we jump into the bonus gadgets, I want to invite you to something that's definitely not tiny: my community newsletter. And just for joining, you'll get the Gear Vault bundle for free, a database of 75 plus tested gadgets, 8 complete packing guides, and as a bonus, 25 tip cards to make every trip smoother. So without wasting any more time, let's dive straight into the tiny bonus gadgets. Our first bonus gadget is a tiny travel umbrella, and honestly, this thing has saved me so many times. Unlike the big heavy ones that take up half your bag, this folds down to pocket size but still handles a proper downpour. I keep mine clipped to my sling bag, and it's the kind of upgrade you only appreciate the moment the sky suddenly opens up. Tiny, cheap, and one of the best rainy day backups you can pack. Bonus gadget number 2 is an amber reading light, and this one is perfect for flights or late nights in hostels. The amber color reduces eye strain, doesn't disturb the person next to you, and honestly feels way more comfortable than bright white LEDs. It clips right onto your book or tray table, costs just a few dollars, and for me it's one of those small luxuries that instantly makes travel more relaxing. Bonus gadget number 3 is an inflatable neck pillow. And yes, I know, most neck pillows are bulky and annoying. This one packs down tiny, inflates in seconds, and actually gives you real support without taking up space. My current favorite is even on Amazon right now for just $15, which makes it one of the best value comfort upgrades you can grab today. And the last bonus gadget is for my fellow coffee lovers, the AeroPress Go. It's compact, lightweight, and makes a seriously good cup of coffee anywhere, whether that's a campsite, an Airbnb, or even an airport lounge. At around $50, it's more of a premium pick, but if you're a daily coffee person like me, this little device turns every morning on the road into something you actually look forward to. And that wraps up today's list of 12 tiny travel gadgets, plus the bonus picks I promised you. If you enjoyed this one, I think you'll also love my recent video on 17 boring travel essentials, the unflashy stuff that actually saves your trips. I'll link it right here so you can keep watching. Also, I just want to say thank you again for all the feedback on my very first video with my real voice. Honestly, it still feels a little strange hearing myself here, but I'm excited to finally bring you the real me. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.